Hey everybody, miss me? Good, I missed you too. It's been a while. Sorry about the boxes over here. It's I'm homeschooling my son, so he's got his printer. They gave him a computer. It's pretty awesome. It's public school, but it's at home, so I'm excited for him. He doesn't start until next week. They already started school in public. Well, I hope you guys are well. I know it's been a while. I'm sorry, but I've been super busy. I got a lot of projects going on I'm very excited about. I haven't told anybody about them yet, but I will. If you follow my FB page, the Magical Muse LLC, you'll see when I share it finally what it's about. So I hope you do follow it. If not, I'll probably post something like some kind of short video on here. But that's not even the only thing I'm working on. I've decided to refurb my my rig. Super excited about that. It's going to be completely transformed. All this is going to be different when you see it again if I do a video on Saturday. I'm going to be doing this on Thursday. And yes, I'm doing it. I'm doing the work. I do have my friend Constance helping me. We're both kind of handy anyway, so we're like, let's just do this, you know? I'm like, really? You gonna help me? She's like, absolutely. So she's excited about doing it. She's a single mom too. She's dating a guy, but she told me not to mention that, so I'm trying not to mention anything personal. But anyway, so I have that going on too, and it's a lot. It is, but it's good stuff. I love doing stuff like that. I don't know about you guys, but there's nothing I love more than taking something that other people think are like, ew, or you can't fix that, or it's unfit. No, there's a way to refurb anything. Oh, it's not that hot. Actually, it's really nice out today, but not. I have the AC going, but it's my damn hair. It's too long. I hope you guys are good. I missed not being able to do videos, but everything in perfect timing, right? So that's what we're doing. All right, let's get started. I just want to get to it. I was getting this whole dynamic again. I really am getting sick of this story, so I'm not even sure if I want to cover this, but I'm getting something where it's like, okay, so there's a karmic that's against a divine feminine who's dealing with a masculine. I don't feel like he's divine yet, but I feel like he's on the verge of becoming divine. But now even his energy is being resentful towards the divine feminine. It's crazy. It's like this couple, but they're not a couple, because I feel like the karmic's having problems because she's getting backlash from messing with the divine feminine karmically. And I think I said that in my last reading. And, you know, the spirit's just telling me this stuff. It's like, oh my God, I'm like, really? We're going to talk about this again? But apparently it's something that we need to talk about. I really don't want to. I'd rather just focus on what the divines are doing, the work they're doing. But again, I feel like these dramas might surface in the divine feminine's life or the divine masculine, because it's almost like they're trying to involve you in their messiness, and you're not even in their lives. You're not even a part of their energy. It's really strange. It's like they're trying to pull you back into their drama, whether it's the masculine or the karmic. I don't know. I'm not going to call them the divine masculine, because no divine masculine would stay in a karmic situation for that long, unless there's whatever reasons. And I think we've discussed those reasons last time. But anyway, let me push this back because I feel like it's super close. We don't need it that close. All right, so let's just see what Spirit gives us, and we're going to roll with it, okay? All right, Spirit. So I'm kind of getting that the karmic is really losing her shit, because she has tried everything to dismantle. Because I'm getting that this masculine is really either almost stalking the divine feminine or watching the divine feminine. And I don't even feel like the divine feminine knows what's going on. I think the divine feminine is just living her life and not messing around with anybody. Most of my divine feminines are probably doing what I'm doing, which is working on their business, taking care of their kids, taking care of their coin, taking care of their homes. And I don't even feel like, for most divine feminines that I'm picking up on, are mainly single and not even looking for a relationship, because they're so focused on what they're doing for themselves and content and happy. Not everybody wants to be married. Not everybody wants to be in a relationship. Relationships are great if they're good, but if they're toxic, why would you want to be in? I wouldn't want to. I've had my share of toxic. So I don't think my divine feminines are, and if someone toxic is coming towards them, they're closing the door on that. They're not, or I feel like spirit is really protecting them from that kind of stuff. Yeah, that's kind of the vibe I'm getting. But, so let's get back. I do have to put my hair up because my hair is, I'm getting hot. Let's get back to the divine, or no, the masculine. I'm sorry, the masculine, because I'm kind of getting somebody that is watching the divine feminine and is possibly getting caught by their karmic counterpart. And so this is causing some fights, or it's causing some dissension in the ranks, or jealousy, or and it's not like the divine feminine even knows this is happening, guys. Do I have a hair clip? It's not even like the divine feminine knows this is happening. They're just doing their own thing. So it's kind of messed up. It's like this vibe of I'm gonna put a hair clip in. I'm sorry, you guys always fuss at my hair, right? I'm sorry. It's just it's getting super long. I gotta make a decision. I'm not gonna cut it though. I'm not ready to cut it. So I'm kind of getting this vibe where we have a masculine that's stalking a divine feminine, and this feminine, oh my god, and this karmic feminine either caught them or is, I feel like they're building up, what do you call it, like evidence of what their masculine is doing. They may even want to confront the divine feminine, and the divine feminine is going to be like, what are you talking about? I don't even know that person. Or if they did know them, they're going to be like, what are you talking about? I haven't talked to them in like decades. Literally, I'm getting like 10 years at least. Or I feel like the divine feminine is going to be like, well, you know what? I can't control what he's doing. If he's stalking me, that's not my problem. Because it really isn't. And what am I supposed to do? Sorry that your masculine is chasing down this idea of us being... I ended that ages ago, and I don't know what's going on in your relationship. It's none of my business. Divine feminine doesn't care. So if the karmic is going to do that, she's not going to get the reaction, I think, that she was expecting. It's almost like she's trying to build up a case against my divine feminine when she should be really taking it out on her masculine, who's the one doing what he's doing, which is stalking, watching, maybe texting, calling. I don't know. I'm sure the divine feminine has blocked him already. I know I've blocked everybody. I'm not interested in the past. The past can go scratch. So I don't know how my other divine feminines are dealing with this, but I do feel that there is something going on with this, with this karmic, and this idea of how she just wants to blame the divine feminine. So if the divine feminine didn't exist, I wouldn't have to deal with this. But I do feel like, remember we talked, if you guys have watched my previous videos, you'll see that the karmic has been really trying to do black magic on the divine feminine, maybe even on her masculine. She's been putting all these slings and arrows of evil towards the divine feminine, whether it was like, anti-beauty spells, weight spells, whatever the case may be. Obviously it's not working, and it's never worked. Because again, that's a karmic. That's all she is. It's a karmic. She's trying to be at her level, divine feminine's level, but she just can't seem to grasp the concept, because it's all stemming from a place of hate and jealousy and envy and greed and I don't know, just negative shit that we don't even need to touch on. I'm just giving you guys a heads up about this, because I do feel that as relentless as a karmic is, and even though she's getting backlash for what she's done and probably experiencing stuff already, it may even be that her masculine decides to leave. If they're married, possibly get divorced. But even if that masculine went to the divine feminine is going to be like, excuse me? Like, why are you contacting me? Hold on one second. So, what was I saying? Yeah, it's really, it's not energy the divine feminine is in. Like, the divine feminine is not even a part of this. They're trying to make the divine feminine a part of a third party that she's not even a part of or interested in or even has knowledge of. And so anything spell work that the karmic has done, of course, is going to backfire because there's no involvement here. I mean, it would backfire anyway because it's coming from a lower base energy. I know you guys don't understand. Maybe some of you do. But truly, if you're working magic against somebody and they vibrate higher than you, they're untouchable. You can't hurt them. Hold on one second, you guys. You guys, I'm so sorry for the interruption. My son is kind of still having his last week of summer vacation, so he needed help with something. That's my baby. Okay, so we're going. Okay, good. So, I mean, the divine feminine is completely separate from this energy, but they're trying to pull on her energy, or either they're doing spell work together, or she's doing spell work, or she's doing spell work on the masculine and the divine feminine. But it doesn't matter because it's really, what she's doing is creating all the backlash to come right back at her karmically, and then it's just going to dismantle everything in her life. Basically, anything she wished on the divine feminine is basically, it's going to happen to her. You know, that's how it works. That's how energy works. But I did enough warning to the karmic about that. If they're not going to listen, that's fine. They'll get it. They'll get the hint. Let's talk about the masculine real quick, because I want to try and understand why in the hell, I put my crystal somewhere, why in the hell they are stalking my divine feminine. Well, I mean, I know why, but I just don't understand. Why can't you just end one relationship if you want to seek another? And to be honest with you, I don't think the divine feminine is going to want this person. I'm not getting, especially if they're not a divine masculine. They have a lot of healing and work to do. What is it with these energies? I want to bounce from one relation to another. I mean, I don't get that. That's just crazy. I could never do that. Just personally, I've never done that. I've always took that time to heal. I always took that time for myself, self-love, self-care. So, I mean, these masculines, they're not divine because they skip that step. So they don't do the proper healing. And then they're carrying on that toxicity from their last relationship, karmic or otherwise, which is probably karmic, because I don't think when you're in that energy you can get a divine feminine. And if you did get a divine feminine, you probably lost her because you fucked it up. You know, I mean, that's how that's going to go. So we're just getting some kind of energy I think they really think they can leave this karmic and go to who they think is their divine feminine, whoever that may be to them, and just get them. Just like that. I really think they think that. And they're in for a rude awakening, because I'm getting this energy that's just like, what? Like, really surprised, very shocked. Even if they express their emotions, the divine feminine will handle it with tact and diplomacy and be very sweet, but I don't see them wanting to be with someone that's not fully healed and ready to really build a secure foundation and a life together. So I am thinking that God, this masculine is really obsessed with this feminine, or the idea of them. I mean, look, just because it's a divine feminine doesn't mean that you put them on this pedestal. We're human, you know. We go through our share of stuff too. I mean, maybe we handle it a little better than a karmic would, but I'm just getting this masculine really likes how this divine feminine works, presents themselves. Obviously, if you're a divine feminine, you're a hard worker and you take care of your shit and you take care of yourself. So of course that's enticing, and your light is glowing. You're glowing. You're like a light bulb to these people. So you attract those kind of people, that kind of energy. I just did a reading today, and I was telling her, I'm like, these karmics, these narcissists, these kind of people that vibrate lower, it's not to make them feel like shit about themselves or to judge them. It's just that they vibrate lower, and there's no way you can go back down. That'd be like, hey, I'm in 12th grade and I'm going to go back to 3rd grade. Why would I do that? I already learned all that shit. I've been through all that. I'm not going to go back to 3rd grade because you're in 3rd grade. You got some learning to do. You know, like no divine feminine would ever do that. So that's kind of energy I'm getting. Like I'm just getting that this energy that the karmic's in, this energy that the divine, the masculine's in. Like I said, am I calling him a divine yet? Because I don't think he's earned that right. And I know in the past videos I did, but this energy feels different this time. It kind of feels like it all started like they were against this divine feminine, this couple, or this karmic and this masculine, and then all of a sudden the masculine started to fall for the divine feminine and see her for who she really was, and now is falling for her. And then the karmic's picking up on that and being like, what the fuck, we were in this together at first and now you're turning on me because you're vibing with this energy. And he's like, hell yeah, I'm digging it. Well, of course you're digging it. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of crazy. It's fucked up. It's a fucked up couple. I don't want anything to do with these people. My divine feminines don't want anything to do with these people. I can feel it. And as an empath, that's why I said I. Usually when I say I in a reading, I'm feeling the energy of the collective or the person I'm reading. In this case, I'm picking up the collective. I don't want to have anything to do with this energy. The minute it comes into my sphere, I'm going to cut it off. Even if the karmic did reach out to the divine feminine, she's just going to be like, she'll talk to her. She'll probably put her in her place. I'm sure the karmic thinks she's gonna put her in her place, but the divine feminine won't stoop to that level. So the karmic may curse and slander and say all this stuff and blame. You know, he's in love with you. What did you do? Did you put some kind of spell on him? Are you working voodoo on me? All my stuff is falling apart. Did you do something yourself and now it's mirroring back on you? You need to own up. And no, I don't waste my energy on lower vibing people. I have better fucking things to do with my time. Trust me. So the divine feminine is just going to be like, no, I don't even know you people. I don't know why he's obsessing. I have no clue why that's happening in your relationship, but I'm, you know, if that's the case, I feel sorry for you both, but sounds like you need marriage counseling and take care. Click. I mean, it's that kind of a feeling where the divine feminine is just like, what? I gotta go back to work. What is this? You bring your drama to my door. So, yeah, the divine feminine doesn't give a shit. Is essentially the energy that I'm getting. So my divine feminine is, if this is gonna happen to you or if it's happening, just realize, I mean, it's almost laughable, but it's kind of not funny because it's really scary when people try to do that. They try to involve you in their bullshit. Or their narrative is so skewed, or they're so delusional, or they've been lied to so many times by a karmic or a masculine or a feminine that isn't divine, that they believe it. And so these are the things that cause problems in people's lives, because they don't get the true story. It's only coming from their perspective, and their perspective is fucked. It's really that simple. Okay, moving on. So, this karmic is, kind of falling apart at this point. She's lost control is what I'm getting. She's losing control of him, of the situation, of herself. She's been doing all this work hoping and praying that the divine feminine has fallen or fell. I keep hearing fall from grace. So remember, I think I said this in the last reading where she was doing research and trying to find something on the divine feminine. Now she's trying to find something on her masculine. So fucked up. Because she can't find anything on the feminine, and then, you know, hence the spell work, you know, during the whole time also doing that. I feel like they're also getting readings on you. I don't know, it could be a little bit of both. It could be the divine feminine is sensing it as well. I mean, let's not go there. Let's just say I feel like this karmic energy and this masculine, I don't know which one is. It could be both of them or separate, but they're getting readings on my divine feminine, trying to get information, trying to get anything they can use against her. And I'm also getting they're trying to just hurt their character, and I think I've said that before, hurt their looks, that kind of stuff, hurt their health, their wealth, their coin, their business, their finance, you know, whatever. It's a lot of things. It's a lot. Even just mess with their energy, mess with their kids, and all of that. You have to understand, if they're doing these things and they're fucking with a divine feminine like that, their shit's going down, baby. You can't mess with a divine feminine like that. Are you fucking kidding me? Woo! That's gonna be interesting. It really is. So, and if they, so I got the stalking with the masculine. So if they're watching, and well, it could be the karmic too, the karmic feminine. She could be spying and watching. They could be following. If you have a channel like I do, it's very easy for people to do that kind of fucked up shit. I don't know why anybody would want to do that. It's very strange. It's just weird. You know, it's just weird. I mean, if you don't like the person, why are you watching them? You know. So just really weird, but I'm getting that. So there's a stalking vibration. Ugh. It makes me feel yucky, because I always think of like, you ever watch that show? Probably not. Because, you know, I watch ID Discovery all the time. It's my thing. Let it go. Okay. I like it. I don't watch it all the time, but I do watch it. But it's funny because I'm getting that kind of energy where it's like this stalker vibe. And they're just, you know, saying all these things, watching, and they're like, but the thing is, I'm also getting this underlining fear. They're not going to ever admit it because, you know, they're narcissists and karmic, so they're not going to admit it. But there's this fear of like, how do they know that? How are they getting this information? Are they following me? Are they doing something? Are they getting readings on me? We're not doing what you do, you fucking tards. We don't have time for that. Oh, sorry, Spirit Halloween. They opened one near us and I'm so excited. We don't have to travel 40 minutes. It's closer. Sorry about that. So yeah, I mean, karmics, we're not doing that. We don't care. We don't care what you're doing. We're too busy. Like I said, we're too busy working, you know, taking care of ourselves, working on our businesses. We're glowing up. We're happy. And we don't need to be in a toxic relationship either. So if we're single, it's because we choose to be. It'd be very easy for a divine feminine to get a counterpart. But if it's not a divine counterpart, we're not going to waste our time. You know, it just, why? We've been through those lessons. We're not going to repeat, you know. It's stupid. It's not something we would do. So being single is not a big deal. To be honest with you, I kind of enjoy it. I do. It's like, and I think, oh, that's another thing I was getting before I started this reading. I was getting that the masculine, possibly even the karmic, was jealous about how this divine feminine was living. So, and I could see why, you know. Look, the grass is greener on the other side always, right? With that, my son's playing, so if you hear him, I'm sorry. With that being said, the grass is always greener on the other side, right? But I gotta tell you, I don't need to be fighting with someone every night. I certainly don't need to be sleeping in separate bedrooms. I don't need someone telling me what to do 24/7. I don't need someone, I don't have any of that. I do my own damn thing. I live in my own space. I take care of my son. We have a happy little life together. We love it. We have good friends. You know, I don't have to deal with the drama anymore. There's something about that freedom of just being able to do what I want to do without having to think about a secondary, because I mean, I have my son, so that's my person already. Of course, it doesn't take the place of a love relationship, but I would rather wait to meet someone who's authentic and real before I introduce him to my son anyway. So, I mean, you ain't getting in the door anytime soon. So I just feel like a divine feminine is that kind of way. And I do feel like the masculine is envious about the freedom that the divine, especially, again, if it's a single divine. So I'm getting somebody who's very envious about how this feminine is living. Because they're so free. Because maybe they're even off the grid. I mean, some of us are. That's for damn sure. You know, and we're happy to be off the grid. We don't need any drama. So I'm just getting somebody who feels trapped. This masculine is trapped. They're trapped in this relationship with this karmic, this freaking succubus. I don't even want to give her that title because that's too strong. That's a good title because the succubus is very powerful. She's not even powerful. She's just someone that's dabbling and not even in tune with her own inner higher self or fire. There's no magic there. There's only negative energy. And what happens is negative energy is like tar. You can try and push it and venom it out to other people. It's almost like Spider-Man venom. You know how it just clings to him again and stays on him? That's what I see when I think of the karmic. I feel really sorry for her. She needs either therapy, she needs to go to a spiritual retreat, she needs to be cleansed, she needs something. But this, the energy they're showing me, this karmic is fucking toxic and fucked up. Very possessive, very, this is mine. Nothing is anybody's. It doesn't work that way. You don't own a person, okay? Everybody has free will. So, the dynamic is becoming so toxic, however, that the masculine has to choose. It's almost like when you know you're in a toxic situation and you know that in order to live and survive, you have to get out of it, right? And I think this masculine knows if he continues to stay with this karmic, he'll end up dead. Either maybe still living but dead inside kind of vibe is what I'm getting. I didn't mean it literally. I mean, it could be. You never know. You know, these karmics are a little screwy, this karmic energy that I'm picking up. Very aggressive, might even be physically abusive to him. Might be. Verbally, physically, you know, someone, you know, feminine that hits a man because they know that the man's not going to hit them back. I'm getting that energy with this karmic as well. God, I kind of feel sorry for this guy at this point, but he's an idiot. He's staying in it. Get the fuck out. And don't give me finances. Oh, I can't move out because of finances. If you have friends, you have a couch. I'm sorry. Nothing's worth that much. I left all my shit when I left my ex. I was like, take it. I keep it all. I did take my books. Because my books were my babies. That and me and my son, that was it. Out. There's no reason to stay in a toxic relationship. And if you are, then you're doing it for something regarding your ego, or for this masculine. I think that he's been tricked by her for a long time. Might even been conditioned, you know, to believe A, B, and C. But now he's waking up, which is good, because that means he's on the path to being a divine masculine. Still, even if he did leave this karmic, he would have to go and heal before he presented himself to the divine feminine. And by then, it might be too late. The divine feminine might meet her person. Because why? Because this masculine decided to wait and stay stuck with a karmic. But that, you can't judge them for that, because the lesson is the lesson. It doesn't matter. I'm not judging this energy, like I said. Excuse me. Also, I'm simply saying that they had a choice all along. They saw the red flags. They were fully aware. Look, it took me 5 years to realize. And I put up with a lot of shit, because you don't just leave a marriage. You don't just do that. You make an effort. You try to make it work. But, you know, there's a fine line. And then there's the moment when you know it's just, that's it. I can't. That was it. That was the straw that broke the proverbial camel's back. I'm fucking out. So I don't know. Maybe this masculine didn't get the straw yet. I think he did. I feel like he knows. And I feel like she knows. I feel like the karmic knows. They both know it's over, but they're not ending it. And I feel like they're blaming it on money, or I'm even getting social standing. So they could be maybe a wealthy couple, or maybe they have money, or they just have like friends and family expect them to stay together, so they're listening to other people. It's a weird, but why I'm reading them is kind of pissing me off, but because I feel like there's a divine feminine that's tied in, or they want to tie this person in, and they're blaming her for everything. It's all her fault this is happening. He's still in love with her. Or he watches her and I catch him on his phone. Whatever the fuckery is. It doesn't matter. You cannot blame the divine feminine. She is clueless. Has no idea what's going on with you people. She is, however, building her empire and doing her own damn thing. And it's going to be beautiful. Let's talk about the divine feminine, just for, if the karmic creeps in again, we'll talk about her too, and we'll talk about that masculine. But the divine feminine is on a whole different trajectory. In fact, she's really keeping her boundaries way up. She's being very careful about who she allows into her energy, is what I'm getting. I'm also getting somebody who is open to a relationship, but not a toxic one. And because my divine feminine is because I'm getting someone who's very intuitive, probably psychic, maybe even does what I do, that kind of work. But it's also, even if they don't, they're definitely in that field. So I'm getting someone that's with working with herbs. I'm seeing all different kinds of women. Spirit's showing me a whole camera, like it's like film. All these snapshots of women doing their work, whether it's healing, being a nanny, being a mother, being a teacher, whether it's Reiki, sound therapy. They're doing their spiritual work, and that's what they're doing. Some of them are with their divine masculines already, which gives me hope, because that means, and I always saw it in 3 phases. So we're definitely almost past the 2nd phase of the divine masculines that came in for those group of divine feminines. There's one more phase left. And that's when, so single like me as a divine feminine, I'll probably meet my person this year, or I'm getting definitely within 2 years, but I want to say this year. I have to do a separate reading for divine feminines who are open to meeting their counterpart. The thing is, right now, if you're not, then you're probably doing what I'm doing, which is just taking care of your home, taking care of your family, building your business, working on your business, focused on your health and healing, that kind of stuff. So, but there was 3 phases, and they're telling me we're up to phase 3. So, that's actually good news, because my other friend's single too, and she's ready to meet her divine masculine. I'm ready, but I'm fine single. I don't know how else to put it. And so is she. It's almost like, but some people really want that companionship and that togetherness and and don't get me wrong, of course I love that too. But I'm not going to say, like, I'm not that chick that, needs to have it. If it comes along, great, but I'm fine. I actually, I enjoy my solidarity to a degree. And some divine feminines do. So not every divine feminine is going to want a relationship. They could just maybe date somebody. It doesn't mean marriage. It just means my counterpart's coming in. What are we going to do? Are we doing this? Are we getting married? Are we just going to date? Are we building an empire together? Are we working together? It could be any kind of form of a divine masculine for the divine feminine. It really is up to her, because she's calling in that energy. Whatever it could be, But then you think of the holidays, it would be nice to have somebody for the holidays and just, and have a good man for my, son. I think that's a big thing for me, too, is just having a male figure that my son can look up to and respect. He hasn't had that. So that's an issue. But that's a big thing, especially if you're a single divine feminine with kids. You're definitely going to be very cautious about who you allow in your energy, like I said. So this masculine has to make a decision. And the karmic knows, because she's been getting readings, and she's been doing the cards, and she's been catching him doing A, B, and C. She's been seeing all the... And she's been trying to stop it with her, I guess, if you want to call it magic. I don't think it's that. It's more like... chaos energy, or chaos magic, I suppose, if that's what you want. I'm not going to call it magic, because I don't think it's deemed worthy to be called magic. If she did get magic done, whatever she did isn't working at all. If she hired somebody to do it, it's only going to bounce back onto her, because I think I said this in the other reading, but spirits just make sure you reiterate it. They keep wanting me to talk about it. They're like, just make sure that the divines know that hold on. Why is that not on? Hello. Thank you. Make sure the divines know that even if she hired someone else to do it, it's not working, but now it's going to bounce back onto them. It's all going to bounce back. And I think the reason why is because if we have a divine feminine who does practice the arts, I'm going to call it, or witchcraft, whatever you want to call it, the craft, that's fine too. If she's dealing with a divine feminine that does that, you have to understand that takes skill, that takes time, that takes a lot of practice and a lot of understanding. It doesn't happen overnight, and I don't think it would happen with someone who's new to the craft in any sense of the word. And if you're dealing with someone who's been doing it for a long time, they know the law. So they may take the karmic's money and be like, oh, sure, I'll do that for you. But they know the law. They know it's not going to touch this divine feminine, and that's probably going to bounce back onto them. So I don't know why Spirit keeps bringing that up. I guess because, and remember, I think last time I read it too, I was getting that the karmic, every moon cycle they're doing something, maybe even in between moon cycles, you know, new moon's coming up. So again, just be careful. Not that you have to be, because like I said, you guys aren't being touched by any of it, but I mean, you know, we don't have to continue to do protection spells. We're very protected, so don't worry. I know it's a pain in the ass, and I hate bringing this dialogue up, because not all of you are into witchcraft, and not all of you have this issue. But for some reason, this storyline keeps popping up. Now, you know, don't try and make it fit. If it doesn't fit, then it's fine. It's not your reading. That's okay. But I do feel either way, there's some kind of third-party situation that doesn't even involve this divine feminine, and it could be past. Sometimes people hold on to shit. They don't let go. A lot of people don't let go of the past. So, and I'm getting that with the divine masculine. I'm getting like, this is someone, you might have known this person in your past, divine feminine. This might be some creeper coming back from your past, and, or it might be an ex. It might be an ex, but it probably is. But I'm getting somebody that just hasn't really let you go fully, and they're starting to see that the grass wasn't greener. They might have even selected this karmic over you, thinking that they were going to be better than you, and I'm sure they were fooled by the mask. So they could even be telling the karmic, you know, you tricked me. You're not really like this, and you're just mimicking the divine, and because that's what the karmic's been doing, and you can't do that. You can't pretend to be somebody else. You can wear the stuff. You can try and do your hair like them. You can try and do your makeup like that. Whatever it is that you're trying to do. You can't hold the essence of a person. And they, you know, we even did that last time. I've read that too. They keep saying, yeah, you read that already. You guys are funny. My spirit guys, I love them. They're like, yeah, you said that already. I'm sorry if I'm repeating, but it's just, that's what they're telling me. I'm just getting it. So I do feel like this dramedy, whatever's happening here, is going to end by, I'm getting a little after Christmas time. I don't know why. There's something about the holidays where it's just over. And there's nothing they can do anymore. There's nothing, because they've tried everything and it's not working. They're not getting anywhere. They keep trying and trying. And all they're doing is depleting their energy, making themselves more sick, possibly even borderline health issues, mental issues, personality disorders, heart issues, back and body issues. All the things that they wanted the divine feminine to go through is what the karmic and this masculine are kind of feeling right now. And if they're listening to this, I don't know if they are, maybe. If they are, then hopefully they take it as a, not a warning. I'm not trying to warn anybody. You're going to do what you're going to do. You know, it'll all play out in the end. But hopefully they'll take this under advisement. How about that? Is that a better word? I think so. Take it under advisement that what you're doing is not working, and that you got to let it go, because what's going to happen is it's going to really affect you in your own life. So that's it. I can't say this dialogue anymore. Moving on. Let's talk about divine feminine and divine masculines a little bit. What time are we? Yeah, we're making good time. We can do an hour, 38 minutes. I'm just excited for fall to come. I got so many plans in the works. It's such a beautiful time for me. The energy is flowing. We're happy. We're doing good. We're in a good place. No one's going to shit on my parades. They could try, and they do. Trust me, they do. But for my divines, that's exactly the theme I'm getting. I keep hearing, no one's going to shit on my parade. What's that song? What's that song? My Parade. Is it Bette Midler? What's that song? Bette Midler, My Parade. Keep hearing it. Keep hearing it. No, it's not Wind Beneath My Wings. No, it's not Bette Midler then. What's that old song, My Parade? Don't Rain on My Parade. Okay. Who sings it, though? Who sings Don't Rain on My Parade? Barbara Streisand. I knew it was one of the big ones. I love her. You guys, I gotta play it. I just have to. Because it's funny. Here we go. It's a clip.
Don't tell me not to live, just sit and ponder. Life's candy and the sun's a ball of butter. Don't bring around a cloud to rain on my parade. Don't tell me not to fly. I simply got to. If someone takes a spill, it's me and not you. Who told you you're allowed to rain on my that, sir. At least I didn't think it had, sir. I guess I didn't make it, but whether
Such a great song. Kicking ass. In fact, I'm going to use this as my cover art. I'm going to save this, and I'm going to use that clip for this reading, and we're going to title it Don't Rain on My Parade. So that's what I'm getting for the Divine Feminines. It's like, you're not going to shit all over my world. I got stuff to do. I'm so excited about what's ahead. I am. I'm sure the rest of my Divine Feminines are, because they know. They know like they know like they know. It's going to be the best glow up on the fucking planet, because we work so hard, you guys. And Divine Feminines, you've earned it. No one's going to rain on your parade. They can't. They can't. They're trying. They're going to try coming back in. You're going to give people, I love you. I'm so sorry. You can forgive them, but you don't have to hang out with them. Moving on. Sorry. I got stuff to do. So I'm getting this whole don't rain on my parade. Don't you dare even bring that bullshit to my door. And don't you dare think that you're going to get in. You're not. It's just the boundaries are way up with those toxicities, toxic relationships, toxic people. The people who say, I'm sorry, it was only a joke. Those kind of people, you know what I'm talking about. Those fake bitches, those fake guys, you're not tolerating it anymore. It's thick, it's mud. You're not in the mud. You're high in the sky, baby. You're flying. So, it's thumbs up from here for my Divine Feminines. And I'm so proud of you guys, because, it took a long time for us to get it. That's another thing. I kind of feel like these people think it's, like, handed to you or something, or someone did it for you, or they're going to create lies and say, oh, she's probably banging this person, and that's how she climbed the ladder to success, or, like how guys do that when you're working in corporate. Not that I work in corporate, thank God. But for my Divine Feminines that do, and you make it from just sheer determination and work, it's always you bang the CEO or something. It's such bullshit. They're just jealous. And we don't care. Be jelly. You could sit from your hatred little spot that you're sitting in your mud, play with your little sandbox with your shovel and your pail, and you can watch us what we're doing. Take fucking notes. How about that? So that's what I'm getting. I mean, my Fems have had it. They're like, nah, we're good. I'm not going to waste my time with that bullshit. And we're not going to heal anybody anymore either. It is your job to heal yourself. Divine Feminines have done that in the past. I know I certainly did. And I'm so sick of people draining energy and taking, and we're healing them. And then next thing you know, the Divine Feminine is depleted. That is not going to happen to my Divine Feminines this time around. You know why? Because they learned. And we learned, and we're moving on. And so, yeah, you can't do that either. So I'm getting these masculines that aren't divine. They're kind of left in the lurch, and they're like, oh, well, how do I do this? How do I get the Divine Feminine back? You can't. You just can't. You fucked up. Go find somebody else. You can, maybe if you heal, then maybe when the time comes, you'll meet another Divine Feminine, and then God bless you. I hope you do. But it's not going to work. There's no coming back. That's what I keep getting. Some of you might take the past back. It really depends on the person is what I'm getting. I keep getting the initials P. I keep seeing the initial J. I'm seeing an S. They're showing me. What else? I don't know. That's what they're showing me there. And then I keep getting someone from the past that is really like, please begging, give me another chance. But I think my Divine Feminine just knows it's just going to be the same thing all over again. Because people, yes, people can change. You guys, they can. I mean, look, I was a wild thing in my 20s. But that's in my 20s. But if you get somebody that's in their 40s and 50s and they're not changing, they're pretty much who they are. And they're showing you who they are. Don't fall for the bullshit, okay? You're going to know. You're going to know. I'm just getting a lot of masculines that are going to portray themselves as being divine and healed. They may even lie and trick my divine feminine or try to, but this time she is not going to fall for it. She's going to see right through the bullshit. I'm sorry, but well, I'm not sorry, because they have grown. We've grown. We've learned so much in the past. The past 3 years were really great learning. Probably 5, maybe even 5, maybe even 8. It doesn't matter. 10 and up is what I'm getting. It definitely wasn't before 10. I feel like there was a lot of karmic stuff going on then. Oh, God, the seat. Okay. What else am I getting? That was pretty intense. Sorry. Let's talk about the Divine Masculine real quick. Oh, that's a popular song. So with them, I'm getting, no, 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 no. What does that mean? Well, let me write Don't Rain on My Parade for D, F, and no, no, no for D, M. And then I'm going to put Barbara Streisand because I'll probably forget Streisand. Okay. What's no, no, no? I got to find that one. Popular song, no, 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 no. They'll get it. Destiny's Child? No. Is it? Let me hear it. No. I like Destiny's Child. That's when Beyonce was awesome. Hold on, guys. It's not that. It's more like a... Is this it? I know you guys know what I'm talking about, though. Because it's all over memes and shit. But I want to see if there's something more to it, because... Why is that... Why is my phone not working? Hello? Oh, see? It's stopping me from finding it. Let's clear it. No, no, no song with the baby voice. Let's try that. It can't be. It's a nursery rhyme? Maybe the Divine Masculine's dealing with a baby. Ooh, it could be the Divine Masculine's gonna have a baby. Or being tricked into having a baby. That's not it. That's definitely not it. No, no, no song. Not nursery. Just on a meme. On a meme? Is it meme? Often used in memes. It's not from a nursery rhyme, but rather from Destiny's Child. Oh my God, it is from Destiny's Child. Destiny's Child, No, No, No. Part 1. It is from Destiny's Child. I'm sorry, guys. You know, you can fast forward. But I have to understand. What are the lyrics? Oh, you'll be saying no, 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 when it really is yes, 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 yes. Oh, you'll be saying no, 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 when it really says yes, yes, yes. Let's see the full lyrics. Boy, I know you want me. I could see it in your eyes, but you keep on frontin'. Won't you say what's on your mind? 'Cause each and every time you near me, you give me the signs, but when I ask you what the deal is, you hold it all inside. So the Divine Masculine's hiding his feelings for a Divine Feminine, probably. That makes sense. If you want to be with me, you gotta keep it real. Tell me what's going on. Tell me how you feel. Oh my God. Okay, guys, so that's what I'm getting for the Divine Masculine. We have a Divine Masculine that's hiding how he really feels for a Divine Feminine, and he hasn't the courage to say it yet. I think I got this before, though. Not this song, but I think I got that energy before with the Divine Masculine. Okay, well, regardless. So we have a Divine Masculine. Maybe he doesn't feel ready. Maybe he doesn't think the Divine Feminine is the right one. But I think there are very strong feelings there. So we have a Divine Masculine that is on the verge of possibly expressing how he feels to a Divine Feminine. Remember, guys, I told you we're in the 3rd phase of this. So now these Divine Masculines, they've probably done the work on themselves already, and now they're ready to have their Divine counterpart, but they're a little scared. Or maybe they're just wondering how life would be with this Divine Feminine. Is it going to be, you know, horrible? Am I going to get hurt again? Because I'm getting that there's a Divine Masculine that probably was really hurt by somebody, or tricked in some way, or has never been with a grown-up. You know, like, it's that kind of a vibe. So I have to kind of cut this short. We're running out of time. But I am getting... So there is a divine masculine out there who is ready to admit feelings to a divine feminine. They're maybe worried about getting shot down. Maybe they themselves have actually refused this divine feminine in the past. And so now they're going to be like, oh, now she's going to reject me. Divine feminines don't play games like that, guys, okay? So if you're a DM that has feelings for a divine feminine, would you please make it known? I mean, they probably have feelings for you, too. I screwed my situation up. I thought somebody was, and I made the mistake of reaching out and doing it first, which I've done several times. Rejection does not scare me. What it was more like, I wasn't surprised. I think I was just trying to start a friendship up first and then see if it could evolve into something. But apparently it wasn't gonna go that way. So that's fine, and it's okay. But I am getting this divine masculine who wants to make it known that they have feelings. And by the way, that was a long time ago. So don't worry about it. Don't rain on my parade. That's so funny. All right, guys. So, I mean, there's really nothing left to say. I just see the divine feminine living her best life, doing her thing. She's blocking the naysayers and the haters, doing her glow up regardless. You can watch from the stands. We don't give a shit. Divine masculine is about to make the move towards the divine feminine, but is having reservations because they're afraid of rejection. They might still have to heal some things, or they might have to get their money in order. I don't know why they feel they need to do that, because you're dealing with the divine feminine, and trust me, her shit's in order. She's not looking for you to sweep her off her feet, although that would be nice. They're just looking for someone at their level or better. So if you're bringing that, you've already won, okay? All right, guys, that's my reading for you. You know, again, new moon energies are coming up. I don't even know what sign is in. Do I have my calendar? I can use my phone. New moon for August. What sign is it in? It's in Virgo. Good. Very grounding energy. Might be more like a good time to start new projects, things like that. That's good energy, because it's been kind of weird. Hasn't it been weird? This past week has been squirrely for me. Not in a negative way. Well, that's not entirely true. It was a rough week. But not in a way that you think. It just had to... It's almost like I had to have things happen to reevaluate what I wanted to do a while ago. And then I got kind of veered off my path because... Why? Because I listened to somebody else's bullshit. And then I was like, reel that back in. It didn't work out, obviously. I only wasted 2 days, thank God. Could have been a lot longer. Some people go years. Some people go months. Thank God it was only 2 days for me. And it had to do with work. It has nothing to do with, like, love life or anything. But I was just like, oh, shit. I'm so glad it kind of worked out the way it did, because now I can do what I planned to do years ago. Not even years ago. I'm going to say last year. All right. With that being said, I'm going to say goodbye. I love you guys. I hope you like this reading. I hope it resonated. If not, no worries. You know, that's why I'm going to try and do more. It's just that, again, I have a lot going on. So just bear with me. If I could do it once a month, I'll try. I promise, okay? All right. Bye, guys. Love you. Bye.